My name is Gabriela. I'm from Lexidy. I work as a training lawyer in the Portugal Immigration Department. I'm here today to give some tips about applying for Portuguese citizenship. The first thing you need to know is why to get Portuguese citizenship. Well, you have many benefits, such as becoming a new national, which will allow you to travel and work and live through all Europe without needing a visa. The second benefit is to benefit from the public health system in Portugal, from the public education system, and also from all the rights that a Portuguese citizen would have. If you are worried about taxes, you don't need to, because in Portugal you will only be required to pay taxes if you indeed live here, so your nationality won't be relevant for this purpose. Also, there are many obvious reasons to come to Portugal, as the lifestyle, the weather, it's a beautiful country, so I do think we would enjoy it. So the first kind of citizenship is by descent. We have the citizenship through parents and grandparents. The main requirement here is to establish the affiliation, but this is a very subjective matter, so we will need to analyze case by case to make sure that you meet all the requirements to have a successful application. When you are applying through grandparents, it's also important to know that you will be required to take a Portuguese test language and also to show your criminal records. The second type of citizenship by descendant would be through Sephardic Jews descendants. In this process, there are two steps. The first step is obtaining a certificate before the Israeli community in Portugal, which will attest that you descend from the Sephardic Jews that live in the Iberian Peninsula many years ago. The second step is, once you get the certificate, you can apply for the Portuguese citizenship, but you also have to show that you have elements of connection with the Portuguese community, such as having knowledge over the language, having properties in Portugal, having many visits to Portugal during your life. So there are a lot of possibilities here. The law was changed very recently, which restricts a little bit the scope and these requirements, but of course this will have to be analyzed case by case. If you are born in Portugal from foreign parents, it's also possible to apply for Portuguese citizenship. It is required for your parents to be living here for at least 1 year with any title, or to have legal residence in Portugal. So if you are born after 1981 in Portugal from foreign parents who are living here, it is also possible to gain citizenship and be considered as a Portuguese citizen of origin. The next possibility will be through marriage or civil partnership. The main requirement here is that you have to have at least 3 years of civil partnership or marriage with a Portuguese citizen in order to be able to apply. Also, if it is a relation it's less than 6 years old, you also be required to present some elements of connection with the Portuguese community, which can be having common children with the Portuguese citizen, having knowledge over the Portuguese language, or having residence in Portugal. So for the naturalization by time of residence, it is required for you to have at least 5 years of residence in Portugal, and you will also have to show your criminal records and to take a Portuguese language test. For the requirements documents for all these kinds of citizenship applications, the main thing you need to know is that these documents must all be updated, which means that they must be issued at a maximum of 1 year before the application date. And also it will be important to have these documents apostilled or legalized by the country that issued them. For the steps and duration of this process, unfortunately, due to the current circumstances of the public administration in Portugal, a citizenship application has been taking at least 2 years to be concluded. There are some exceptional cases if you can prove some reason of urgency, or if you are applying through parents or grandparents and if you are still underage. In this case, your case would be considered urgent and can be concluded in around 1 year. So the First most frequently question here is, do I need to renounce to my original citizenship to get Portuguese citizenship? Well, this is going to depend on the law of each country from where you are a national. So if you are a national from two countries and they both agree that you can have dual citizenship, there will be no problem with this. So really it's case by case, and we need to verify the rules of your country. What is the difference between having residence and having a nationality? So when you are a national from Portugal, you don't have only the right to live in Portugal, but you have the right to live in all Europe, as well as work and travel through all Europe without needing a visa. One more question that is frequently asked, it is if the family members can also obtain Portuguese nationality after one of them obtains. Well, this depends on the kind of citizenship you have. In case of naturalization, there are some restrictions to pass the nationality through your descendants. But in case you are an originary Portuguese citizen, there should be no restrictions for you to transfer your nationality to your ascendants and spouse. If you have any more questions, please feel free to write us, and we will be happy to assist you with anything you need regarding your citizenship application. So, are you interested in applying for Portuguese citizenship? Do you have Portuguese relatives, or are you a descendant of Sephardic Jews? Also, if you are married or if you have been living in Portugal for the last years, then you get the chance to apply for Portuguese citizenship. Please watch the follow video and discover more about the possibilities and the requirements for the process.